So one other very common and easy to fix problem with a Hammond organ is, let's say you've got some drawbars that are intermittent. They're not completely dead, so you don't think the wire is broken off, or you've looked in back and you can see it's not broken off. But see if we can find one that'll get this one here. I think is pretty. So it'll work, but it'll work sometimes, and if you don't pull it out all the way, it'll be here. Push that one in for a second. You can see it's all the way pulled out, but it's really faint. But if you wiggle it, all that is dirt. It's just dirty. And so what we typically use for that is we use DeOxit, which is a contact cleaner that is better than most of the other contact cleaners. Todd, do you remember why DeOxit is better than just a generic contact cleaner?
It's actually formulated for this stuff.
But do we know what makes the formula better?
I'm not sure what the chemical composition.
Hold on a second. Let's show them what we're doing. So what we're doing here is we're going to remove the top so we can get to the drawbars better, because this set in particular is blocked by the preset panel. The other sets of drawbars you can actually access without removing the top of the organ. You just have to remove the back. But this set here is behind the preset panel. So hold on a second. So what Todd has done, he's disconnected the reverb adjustment, which you're only going to find on an A100. And we've cut the power to the organ because we got the start and run switches and the pilot light here. And we've taken 1, 2, 3, 4 screws out. And then how many screws are there in the back here? 2 screws here on the back to take the top off. So you got 6 screws plus, if you have an A100, take the reverb off. And now you can see. And so in the last video, here's where we soldered the drawbar wire. It would have been a lot easier to do that with the top off. The reason we did it with the top on
and
is
it would have come out a little bit neater. We'll do a neater job of it.
But this, we wanted to show it what normally you wouldn't take the top off. But so here's the drawbars that are stuck behind the preset panel. Well, it looks like one of these had the wire soldered back on recently.
Yeah, some of these did too.
Wasn't us. So there's that reverb. There's the start and run switches. And so Todd's going to take the DeOxit. So are you okay powering it back up and so we can show the effect of it while we're deoxiting it, or are you nervous with
Rather not with that out like that.
Todd's a little bit more careful than I am, which is a good thing. It's always good to be careful. He's also more conservative with the DeOxit than I am. I tend to overdo everything. I would have been bathing it. Again, if you're not comfortable doing this, in this case, the spraying of the DeOxit is easy, and I would encourage anyone to try that. It's removing the top from the organ, simply because you have the various switches, and you don't want to break those off or break the wires off, and that's a bigger thing to fix if you're not comfortable messing with that. So, again, always, if you're not comfortable doing it, call a tech, but if you feel like you can carefully remove the top from the organ, that's really the only thing that's tricky about this. I'm going to try these over here to see. We're awfully sticky. But those cleared up quite a bit. Just these first 4 still are.
Follow up the cleaner with this for lubrication, which is really good stuff.
Fader cleaner. Because the people that watch my videos probably know about my love of WD-40, would you care to explain why using WD-40 for this is not ideal?
Because it forms a film that attracts more dirt and will end up making the problem come back and worse.
I'd imagine that in a pinch you could probably use it. It would probably help temporarily. But even me, the lover of WD-40, he uses WD-40 for everything.
Including cologne.
Including cologne. I don't generally do it for this. In fact, I don't recall having ever done it for this. I've used generic contact cleaner before, and generic contact cleaner works. Yeah, these first 4 down here are still pretty bad.
Yeah, this I'm probably going to have to do a tear down of these drawbars eventually. Because that's the best thing to do, is to tear them down and rebuild them. But when you're trying to get something up and going so you can do a gig or a session in a pinch, working them like that usually. That's good.
Yeah, it's got plenty of gunk coming out of there. You can even see the dirt coming out of there as we work it in and out. That's how, I mean, I don't know where this was stored, but it's clearly had a hard life of dirt.
A little better. Yeah, it'll need a proper teardown and cleaning, but right now we're just trying to get this.
I bet you anything that at least the ones that were not making good contact at least make good contact now, even if they don't move as smoothly as we would like. And also, if we kept at it with the DeOxit and working them in and out, eventually they would also operate the way we want them to. So we're going to check out the difference that we made.
I'm making myself look completely stupid.
No, it's not the easiest thing to do blind, and you can't see the bottom of it while you're putting it in. Don't be like us. Always keep track of where you set something. There's the knob, so it's probably right in there. Here it is. It's right under the DeOxit. Your local guitar center has DeOxit if you can't find it anywhere else. It's not cheap there, but at least they have it in stock pretty consistently. If you don't have an A100 or haven't played one, this is the reverb level for the built-in reverb speakers, which aren't even connected in this organ. This organ is going in a studio that won't be using the internal speakers. So, Todd's plugging it back in, and we're going to check it out and see if we have rectified the dirty drawbars. I suppose we should do a video on how to start the organ, because I've found people that really don't even know the true way to start the organ. So, let's try them one by one and see how. There was the one that was the most problematic. Let's check that out. Pretty smooth. Still not perfect. Again, we'll need to work it a little longer. And there you have it. It's another simple fix that you can do to a common problem on the Hammond organ all by yourself. Thanks for watching.